Saturday night, ESPN3 offers the championship special off the mat at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. College wrestling legends Jim Gibbon and Lee Kemp join host Sean Kenny to bring fans a unique perspective of the final rounds. The panel and special guests will break down the matches from a competitor's standpoint. That's exclusively on ESPN3.
New match on mat number 5 from Minnesota,
Tommy Thorn out of Minnesota taking on Mason Smith. Out of Central Michigan, you'll see Mason Smith in the green ankle bands, Tommy Thorn in the maroon with the red ankle bands. Mason Smith, the 10 seed here at 141 pounds. Second place finisher in the MAC championships, 31-5, is sophomore Mason Smith. His 5 losses, Mike Longo of Oklahoma by a score of 6-3. Kanan Storr, previously of Iowa State, now wrestling, now going to the University of Michigan, I should say, by a score of 7-1. Bryce Meredith of Wyoming by a score of 7-3. Jaden Ironman, the first time by a score of 6-0, and then in the MAC finals by a score of 24-9. 35 points in that bout of the MAC championships, where Jaden Ironman was successful winning the 141-pound championship over Mason Smith, who we're seeing here in the green ankle bands. We'll take a look at Tommy Thorn wrestling the Golden Gophers out of the University of Minnesota. Tommy Thorn, 3-time NCAA qualifier for the Golden Gophers, did not place the Big Ten championships, got an at-large bid as a 2017 8th place finisher at the NCAA championships out of St. Michael Albertsville High School in St. Michael's, Minnesota. 18-11 on this season with a 62% win percentage. That's Tommy Thorn out of Minnesota. This is 141 pounds championship round. You've already had, wouldn't this be something? You've already had the 8th seed and the 9th seed getting knocked off. Mason Smith, not in a good spot looking at the 10 seed. Nick Lee, the 8th seed out of Pennsylvania State, got stuck, got pinned by Maryland's Ryan Deal, who came into the NCAA championships with a 12-12 record. It'll be Deal and Cedarian Perry for an opportunity to wrestle in the quarterfinals of the NCAA championships. How crazy is that? Who had Cedarian Perry and Ryan Deal in round number 2? I'd love to hear it. So that was the 8th seed. And the 9th seed was Josh Albert, the 10th seed Mason Smith. Period number 1 ends. Take a look around. Eli Stickley up on mat number 1. Cole Weaver, Vince Turk, mat 2. Colton McChrystal, mat 3. Headley Ironman, mat 4. Red Zacharel in that awesome first round matchup on mat number 6. That's Zacharel leading 3-2. Carr up on 7, and Parker and Sakura up on mat 8. Take a look at mat number 6, 3-2, but Zacharel does have riding time as it sits at 1 minute and 9 seconds. Stalemate back to the center. Zackrell, your winner on mat number 6. Still not a lot of action here. We're tied at zeros.
And we have the coaches' challenge down on mat number 5.
Challenging the call is Minnesota. So what they're challenging is the grasping of one finger for Mason Smith.
New match on mat number 2, 149 pounds. In the red,
Technically, an illegal hold is what they're challenging. But the illegal hold that they're challenging is that finger grab. So
from Northern Iowa, Max Thompson, his opponent, and making its return to the NCAA Division I Championships from Fresno State, Christian Olivas. Minnesota does have the coaches' challenge here on mat number 5, looking to see if there was grasping of the fingers and twisting of the fingers here on mat number 5.
the call is confirmed. No grasping of the fingers. Back to action. Either way, short time left. Minnesota coaching staff not happy. I think there was confusion as to what was really being challenged because Coach Brandon Eggum is explaining to referee Haggerty what he was challenging, and I don't think it was clear as to what Brandon Eggum was really challenging. Mason Smith in the down position, looking to roll. And if you're Thorn, this is where you just have to forget about it and give up one and not the two here. Mason Smith looking for the reversal, and he's going to get it. And potential back points start to crawl forward. This is where you dive for the out-of-bounds line and start to crawl as fast as you can. Mason Smith in the top position with that reversal. Looks to throw the right leg in. And this is where he is dangerous. Long, lanky is Mason Smith. And his dominant position is in that top position. Cross wrist ride. First on the right side, switch to the left side. Now has double cross wrists. No exposure. And now Mason Smith has a half on the right side, inside wrist on the left side, double boots in, and this is tight. Switches to just a single leg on the right side. Riding time is going to reach a minute. Mason Smith is going to move on. So Mason Smith will take on Brock Zackrell. So that'll be a 10-7 matchup in tonight's Thursday night session. So your winner at 141 pounds. Out of Central Michigan University, Mason Smith. You're watching the NCAA Wrestling Championships.